And let not the hollow tip thee to excess in her delight. The good time rolling. That's what I used to call it. And I was rolling. And I was caught up. And I was guilty of the allurement and the wantonness. It will get you. You ain't kidding. Two, the madness of desire shall defeat pursuit of its rage. Thou shalt rush upon destruction. Just look. Just take a look around, y'all, and tell me what you see. You should see madness. They ain't got March madness. But it ain't only just March. It's April, it's January and February as well. All kind of madness going on. It said, desire shall defeat its own purpose. And we can all bear witness who have ran after things of desire. It defeats you from the blindness of its rage. And we are rushing destruction, rushing to destroy your soul and your spirit, your mind, your body. Rushing. 3, therefore give not up thy heart to her enticement, neither so to be enslaved by her enchanting delusion. Oh, you see the power of the woman. She ain't get you every time. Heart, because she said, I love you, baby. And you drop your guards, you drop everything. But we have to be careful. 4, the fountain of health, which must supply the stream of pleasure, shall quickly be dried up, and every spring of joy shall be exhausted. Those who are in the stream of pleasure, one day it's going to be dried up. And dried up come many ways. Dried up means separation. Dried up means go your separate ways. Dried up means many things. And it says, every spring of joy shall be exhausted. 5, in the prime of thy life, old age, decline in the morning of the day. And we all know that being born as a baby, how age and life intertwine. 6, but when virtue and modesty enlighten her charms, the luster of a beautiful woman is brighter than the stars of heaven. And the influence of her power is it is in vain to resist. Did you hear that? There's old saying, something got a hold on me. See, brighter than the stars of heaven. Seven, the whiteness of her bosom transcend the lily. Her smile is more delicious than a god roses. Ooh-wee. That's all I could think about. And we just talking about the smile. What about the kiss?
It gets sweeter and sweeter. That's the taste of
That's just what the smile will do. And you know, when a woman says you, many things go through your mind. Yeah.
That's the reason. Slave by the enchanting delusion.
Yeah, it depends on what level you at.
We're talking about the lower self now.
Depends on what level you at.
We talking about the low level. Eight, the inner of her eyes is like that of the turtle. Simplicity and truth dwell in her heart. 9, the kisses of her mouth are sweeter than honey. The perfume of Arabia breathes from her lips. 10, not thy bosom to the of love. The purity of its flame shall ennoble thy heart and soften it to receive the fair impression. Holy instruction and warning for all young men who begin to have emotions towards a woman or just beginning the courtship. This is a warning to you, letting you know to be careful because there's some things that, we are on the whether we want to call it a trap, but we have to be extremely careful when we are intertwined with another or involved with another.
Yeah, you have to be.
Because I've seen men who was in a relationship when the woman left, they wanted to kill themselves. They didn't want to live no more. See, this is what we're talking about. She won't, but you don't. But yes, indeed. But it's just so much to learn. These are holy instruction and warning.
That's a big one. And I wish a lot of our, had class stuff like this. By the time you get to this, without your own doing or going to it, known this before.
Boy, amen, brother. I wish I would have known this before. Divine instruction.
And so these are for young minds. So young minds can grow into old minds. And so it's best just to leave the teacher, just solve everything. And so when it comes to holy instructions, that's what holy instructions are for. It's to solve everything. Hey, we have the biggest problem on our hand, which is ignorance. And so a lot of us, men and women, are ignorant to instruction of divine life. And it depends on how many actions we have done before we encounter such truth. You build up. And so, for myself, it ain't been that. For myself, I started young. So I got a chance to be able to experience teaching and learning before I actually got into a marriage or a relationship on a deep level. And I felt like what this was talking about, a young man, a young mind, didn't know much, or can be easily tricked, the glamour, the perfume, maneuver your eyes and make you, and these things right here, and get with women and sleep with women. So these things definitely are valuable instructions for young men to have and know. Because some men that have grew older have not lost these young men habits.
That's right.
And some old men still get it in right now. They still get it in right now.
Spark plug still fine.
Yes. And so they call that the prime of their life. They ain't know it's higher ways life. And such things called knowledge of self. And so we want to look at this perspective from one who's been well seasoned through those roads and paths, experience that, been there, done that, got just leaving back the results. It's just like you go this way or you choose not to go this way. It's up to you. And so we are faced with a measure that's very life-threatening. And for us, it's a problem. For them, it's a solution. So if we can never bring forth the solution. We have never been our own problem. We have always been our own solution. But since we have been educated by men who are not coming from divine instruction.
Right on.
We have suffered a large setback
Yes, indeed.
in time,
Yes,
space, and energy.
yes, indeed.
So we have not produced a lot of things because we don't understand a lot of things. And the things that we do understand, we don't think they're needed. And the thing that is needed. Understand the problem and the solution. The problem, as the Circle 7 says, is the falsehood.
Yeah.
The falsehood or the problem is the manifest of the right or the truth or the solution. So with these two, we must know that the people that are pushing the problem, promoting the problem, they have up their end. They have all in on the poker table. They willing to lose it all, risk it all for all. Yes, for because their end goal is not our end goal.
That's right.
So with that being said, their problem is not our problem.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is becoming massively extinct.
Mm-hmm.
That's not our problem.
Right.
Now, for that to become our problem, they need that to become our problem. Mm-hmm. And so now we start fearing death because we don't know the knowledge. Now we're finna get into the problem is this. The problem is awareness. This is what we have come to the understanding. The problem the solution is knowledge. I'm glad that we did do a previous study because I don't have it on this computer. But the mind virus.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we did a study on. Okay. The mind virus is what they want to push on us.
Yeah.
Now, this mind virus is called awareness. Now, they have cleverly, just like they have created smart, they go do it. Right. And so these things is to play on us.
That's right.
And this is very important here because canonically, we was known as the mind virus. The mind virus in plain English is awareness. Now, the problem for us is a virus, a mind virus, which is influential and spreadable. This is what we have to watch out for. A virus mimics, imitates, and masks itself as the original. So they have created a whole system.
There you go.
That is filled with awareness.
That's right.
But we think it's knowledge.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And it's mimicking real life.
Yeah.
Giving you the imitation that is knowledge.
Yeah.
But it's only awareness in motion.
Come on with it.
And so this awareness in motion is how we begin to use it on ourselves. So what it does is entraps you with its system, with this environment. And this environment contains the same thing that yours contains.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna say for comparison to give us another look, a computer. A computer today is being a mimic of man.
That's right.
And so now the phones right now and the computers, they running off a certain type of processor now that they didn't have in the beginning.
That's right.
It's called a triple processor. Now this go right into what we're saying. The triple processor is mechanical. And they saying this triple processor is what's running the whole universe.
Look at
and now they calling this AI.
AI. Look at that.
So AI has its own awareness. It has its own spirit. It has its own mind, and it has its own body. This is what it's doing to mimic us. So now they finna take spirit, mind, and body, and now it's becoming AI.
Sure is.
And so now we're no longer going to even know what our spirit, mind, and body is, because it's now being hijacked and artificially took over.
That's right.
Just through us seeing this, and we not knowing the knowledge of it. So these people have been hiding the knowledge of it, but making us aware of certain things.
Yeah.
But if you notice, everything that we're aware of, we never aware of knowledge.
That's right.
The how. What is before all of this that came. Okay, so now this AI is going to create a second education.
Look at that.
This is what Ra's going to be going through heavily.
Look at that.
And all the young generation, they already going through it, called social media.
Yeah.
Us being older, we can discern.
Yeah.
But the younger, they don't know yet. So their first influence is going to be called a second education. This awareness virus is to create a second soul. They're going to create a second soul in our children by way of social media.
And you can see it.
And this awareness will attack their spirit, their mind, and their body and merge it into its spirit, its mind, its body.
Right on.
So what we read on were human instructions.
Yeah.
That was going to be way different than robots giving instruction to humans. So what we up against now is full-fledged, but now it's in the form of different, it's in spirit form. This is the highest form they got. Anything coming through TV, anything you can't see, like touch, but it still affects you.
Yeah.
That's called the spirit from them. And that's awareness. So all they got to do is bring it on TV, drop it in someone's mind, have them say it.
Yeah.
Oh, this stuff is how it spreads.
That's right.
So the news, all this is going to become their media output.
That's right.
For this awareness to take over the mind. So now awareness is going to be the spirit. Second is going to be the mind. Third is going to be the body. Now, what we're going to understand is the solution, which is the knowledge. This is what they taken away. Is the spirit, mind, and the body. So we got to take it and keep it into the self right now. So self, when it compares its spirit, self-awareness is called I. This is very key, because if you don't know I, then you're gonna get thrown and flung into the mind.
Yeah.
And you find the I in mind. The I can flung in the mind.
That's right.
And now this awareness is going to take off and start the motion into a whole different thing. Make sure yourself. All right, and then now our mind for self is called me. And the body of self is called myself. Now this will give you a linguistical discernment, because anything that is coming from the robot is never going to mention these three: myself, me, and I. but they will mention spirit, mind, and body.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they giving out definitions to these three things,
Mm-hmm.
it's to actually implant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
So in the matter of fact, the Canon study, let's read a little bit of it. And that's right. Mm-hmm. Concentrate. Yeah. Let's do concentrate. So that's the pactum right there. Yeah, that's the pactum right there. So in the end goal of this is not only to hijack our spirit, mind, and body while living, but when you pass.
Boy, he done learn how to crawl. Look at that.
Made
Made it over here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You made it over there.
So this is what in the mind virus they're calling the pathogenic information-based agent. And if you notice AI, all they do is squabble information.
Yeah.
So this information is going to contain
Mm-hmm.
a virus which can replicate itself inside the mind and therefore duplicating itself into the body by way of the information itself being spirit, which is the awareness. It has its own awareness now. And so it has this intelligence inside of it. A mind virus is equivalent to the mind as a computer virus to a computer system.
Mm.
Man, so this is where they finna take in. This is the new plot and plan for a man and woman on the land.
Look at him.
See, all of us are into this digital device.
Yeah.
And in this digital device, we ask it and go for it for answers.
That's right.
And we're not understanding we're going outside of self.
Look at that.
So now we even going outside of the body to now get involved into a whole nother system that we have no clue of how it was even formed. We know at least our universe was formed by the creator. But this AI, who made this? This a whole nother thing. Yes. So now this is what the canon is saying. They already performing. They saying mind viruses are found in almost every class of men and women.
What you
They
say?
already implanted it.
Already implanted.
It's already implanted.
Mind virus.
In every city, in the most abundant class of pathogens, affecting the optimal function of individuals and their health.
Look at there. No wonder why so many people got health problems.
This is why.
Goodness gracious, and people dying.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to say it like this with awareness virus.
Mm-hmm.
The function of an awareness virus is to implant a disinformation agent programmed, known as the nexus, into the mind of a subject. And for that virus awareness to replicate part of or all of itself internally into new long-term memory.
We done change your mind. Goodness gracious.
Or restored memories and externally through commonly expressed awareness to others.
Yeah, that's bad.
This is advanced how they advancing it. So when it turns into memory, this is where if you pass, and with this as a memory, you may not come back for a long time. Because this thing is real. And it's real as the natural universe as we're allowing it to be.
Yep.
So that's the part, that's the main part I want us to understand, that part right there. See, in the divine mind, don't even associate with any part of the awareness.
Right on.
It has divine knowledge.
There you go.
This is what is called self-gnosis.
Yeah.
This is what's different than awareness.
Right on.
Awareness is just sight, the 12 senses, sight, seeing, hearing, blast it out. And if that can catch anybody's attention, that'll get their awareness. Now, and that awareness will jump into a mind and it'll get pulled right to it.
Now, with our people as well, is after reading, then that's what they also deem it as existence, just to be able to perceive from different degrees, they put it for that. So their collective awareness is what they call it, the all.
The all, exactly.
So
there's a very high science is what they're doing, very metaphysical.
Mind virus. And they've been playing this here and running this on us a long time.
Yep. Ever since they've been building cities.
That's right. And now you can see the influence and the connection, because once they built it, everybody wanted to go there.
Tell
and
us about
see the
it.
bright lights, big city. Everybody, I'm included. Huh? Because if you lived in the country and you ain't used to seeing nothing but nature, and somebody told you about some bright lights and a big this and big this going on, a big building and big glamour and all this sparkle, you gone. Everybody left the country and moved the way he is there. Is what I know. Just after what you read there, and looking back and thinking back, and see what you're talking about.
That's why it's getting deadlier and deadlier.
It's getting deadly and deadly. And this I do know. Once upon a time, people died only when it was over. I know that for a fact. Unless somebody got hit by a straight bullet, bit by a rattlesnake. Well, I was so good.
Right. Right.
I mean,
the young death was unknown though.
Getting struck by lightning.
Right.
But I'm just saying, the only death it was, he became out. But now, it's just like a totally different life now. And for some reason, I could see the mind virus, because for some reason everybody thinks this is what it's supposed to be. We think that we so sick in the head right now that we need another race of people to lead us to the promised land now. We need Joe Biden, former President Donald Trump, to lead us to the promised land. Oh, and by the way, these evil leaders, we done seen how much trouble and devilment they done been in, because both on record speak for itself. And now they running again. I mean, what is this going on, y'all? Vomit running again.
Yeah. It is. They sickness have spread it.
And you know, when you think about the mind virus and all that, when you think about the heart virus, if you ain't careful, That's why we getting these divine instructions and warning, because if you allow someone else to steal your heart, which they didn't give it, nor created it,
Mm-hmm.
but you give it all to he or she in your heart to the divine creator. What about Allah? No, I can't see him, and I don't have the same urge and feeling and desire for Allah. But I can touch her and how she make me feel. Now my heart has surrendered unto her. We have to be careful.
Yeah, be careful. As the Sufian says, the greatest sadness then be the death of those who were not prepared, but without true knowledge of all law or their own purpose. Woe to those who face the day of judgment with illness of the mind.
Well, sons, hearing that, our people, just hearing that alone, our people are in a world of trouble because ain't nobody talking this talk.
Ain't
We
nobody,
talking.
no, ain't nobody.
But K.O.S. talking. Y'all know that for a fact. Only way you gonna hear that is come right in. Ain't nobody talking this kind of talk and thinking this way. They think what they have is sufficient.
Mm-hmm. They think that's knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's awareness. See, they're aware of Christ, but they have no knowledge of him.
Right. That's me. Makes sense.
Believe in it. That's awareness. Yeah. But you have no knowing of what you believe in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't believe in what they know. It done got the virus done entered. Mm-hmm. So a lot of us have to, and as our generation, we have to remove. We'll find ourselves removing this stuff more than adding on to it. Mm-hmm. Because adding on to it is going to the same destiny.
What do you got in now?
Oh, like a TV.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, see, knowledge will prevent this awareness. See, say, what madness and illness is it when men and women curse purity?
See that? See?
This is how people go into the grave.
Yeah.
With this being affected by this awareness.
Yeah.
It's an illness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they can't get out of it. Then we're trying to throw ropes and all things to pull.
Try to bring them in.
But no, what I found out is you have to cleanse their awareness. Mm. It's awareness in their mind that just keep the program running.
Yeah.
And as long as that awareness is there, the condition is there.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And so until the condition is removed, it's staying. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we get into chapter 21 now. Mm-hmm. See, because they don't want us to have these divine. Divine is always pure.
That's right. Always right. And exact.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 21. Marriage instructions for man and wife. Mm-hmm. From the noble prophet. Mm-hmm. 1. Give ear fair daughter of love, to the instructions of prudence, and let the precepts of truth sink deep in thy heart. So shall the charms of thy mind add luster to the elegance of thy form. And thy beauty, like the rose it resembleth, shall retain its sweetness when its bloom is withered. In the spring of thy youth, in the morning of thy days, when the eyes of men gaze on thee with delight, and nature whispereth in thine ear the meaning of their looks. All hear with caution their seducing words.
We
Guard well thy heart, nor listen to their soft persuasions.
We persuasion.
3. Remember, thou art made man's reasonable companion, not the slave of his passion.
Right.
The end of thy being is not merely to gratify his loose desire, but to assist him in the toils of life, to soothe his heart with thy tenderness, and recompense his care with soft endearments. Who is she that winneth the heart of man, that subdueth him to love and reigneth in his breast? 5. Lo, yonder she walketh in maiden sweetness, with innocence in her mind and modesty on her cheek. 6. Her hand seeketh employment, her foot delighteth not in gadding abroad. She is clothed with neatness, she is fed with temperance. Humility and meekness are as a crown of glory circling her head.
Temperance, humility, and meekness.
On her tongue dwelleth music. The sweetness of honey floweth from her lips. Decency is in all her words. In her answers are mildness and truth.
Oh, that's beautiful. Sweet, ain't it?
Submission and obedience are the lessons of her life, and peace and happiness are her reward. Before her steps walketh prudence, and virtue attendeth at her right hand. Her eye speaketh softness and love, but discretion with the scepter sitteth on her brow. The tongue of the licentious is dumb in her presence. The awe of her virtue keepeth him silent. When scandal is busy, the fame of her neighbors is tossed from tongue to tongue. If charity and good nature open not her mouth, the finger of silence reset on her lip. Her breast is the mansion of goodness, and therefore she suspecteth no evil of others. Happy were the man that should make her his wife. Happy the child that called her mother.
The
She presided in the house, and there is peace. She commandeth with judgment, and is obeyed. She ariseth in the morning. She considers her affairs, and appointeth to everyone their proper business. The care of her family is her whole delight. To that alone she applied her study. Oh,
you better climb in there.
Climb that 12-step ladder. Climb.
Yeah, really
Climb
big
that
jump. Go on up.
That is the highest. Greatest heights.
The prudence of her management is an honor to her husband. He hears her praise with her secret delight. She informeth the minds of her children with wisdom.
This is what we're supposed to be doing with the children.
She fashioned their manners from the examples of her own goodness.
See that?
Now that takes back to chapter 1.
Yeah. Now, see what a good woman would be doing.
Child is as perfect as the mother is.
Teaching them with wisdom and fashion their manners, good manners, from the example of their own. Well, that's sweet.
The words of her mouth is the law of their youth. The motion of her eye commanded their obedience. She speaketh, and the servants fly. She pointeth, and the thing is done. For the law of love is in their hearts, and her kindness addeth wings to their feet. In prosperity she is not puffed up. In adversity she healeth the wounds of fortune with patience. The troubles of her husband are alleviated by her counsels and sweetened by her endearments. He putteth his heart in her bosom and receiveth comfort. Happy is the man that has made her his wife. Happy the child that called her mother.
Sweet love. There's no if, no ands, or buts about it. We must teach them the truth early bird. And if they don't get it early bird, what you think gonna happen? And then the parents got to be qualified and know what they're talking about and know what they're doing to teach their children. Because we do know this for a fact. We know other parents that didn't go so far in school and they ain't that, it's self-explanatory, they ain't that educated. And and they make many babies. How about that?
There don't be no limit.
No, we're just thinking and talking and showing you how we plan it and how ignorance kind of just grows around us constantly.
Yeah.
Grows around us. Because I see it all the time. And what I done learned and what I've been seeking for and looking and all this, it's all over, man. It's all over the place. All over the place. see, happy is the man that has made her his wife. This what the book telling you. This what you want in your woman. You got some women want to kill the baby.
They said that happened here recently.
Huh?
I heard the women telling us a story.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They want to live but want to kill the baby. They have life but don't want to get the baby.
We're working on legs right now. We're working on legs.
Oh yeah. Nah. That was marriage instruction for man and wife. Marriage instruction. Now, chapter 22.
Oh, you finished that?
Yeah, the duty of a husband.
You heard that?
Now we're gonna see what the husband's gonna be doing. Boy, he got energy, ain't he? I mean, he's gonna jump.
Yeah, Papa.
Sprang right on up.
Oh, you know, Papa. I'm gonna do what Papa just did. Yes.
Look at that. He got energy. He wanna jump.
Hey, he loved that.
Energy. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right on. Right on.
The duty of a husband.
Right on. Yeah. Yeah.
Chapter 22. Yes. This is what life is right here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. It is. Now we want to understand. Take unto thyself, number one, a wife.
A wife.
Now we're gonna connect this with our lesson about the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of God, and with the Spirit of God being she.
Yeah.
So she in us referring to spirit. Okay. She, spirit. So now take unto thyself a spirit and obey the ordinance of a law. Take unto thyself a wife and become a faithful member of society. But this is why they say test the spirit with the spirit, but examine with care and fix not suddenly. On your present choice depends your future happiness.
Yeah.
Whatever spirit we get into, whatever spirit I choose, you choose.
The one I want.
Right. We are doing something here. Hey, this is a spirit here. Hey. For this spirit choice right here depends on your future happiness.
Show.
Say 100% show. Number 3, if much of her time is destroyed in dress and adornment, it's teaching us how the spirit watches.
Ain't even worried about all
that. If you see her spirit, it says if much of her time, her spirit is destroyed in dress and adornment. If she is enamored with her own beauty and delighted with her own praise, if she laugheth much and talketh loud, spirit watching.
Yeah.
We're seeing is our spirit, her spirit, engaging in any of these activities.
Yeah.
If her foot abideth not in her father's house, and her eyes with boldness rove on the faces of men. Though her beauty were as the sun in the firmament of heaven, turn your face from her charms. Turn your feet from her path.
What you say?
And suffer not your soul to be ensnared and trapped by the allurements of imagination.
Oh, look at
I
him.
wonder.
Look at him. It's amazing when you see a beautiful woman and how that imagination start running away. You start thinking about, oh, if it was this and that and what this I could do and that, and you just start painting so many pictures.
Painting so many pictures. See, remember, we talking about the spirit, and the spirit ain't physical.
That's right.
But the spirit is doing physical things, and it's getting a lot of the time.
That's right.
Now it's going to tell us another part of the spirit. That was the body part of the spirit. Let's go to the mental spirit. Number 4. But when you find this sensibility, that spirit of heart. We're in a different place now. Joined with softness of manners.
Manners. Excuse me.
So now we're looking at manners that's coinciding with the heart. The previous, we're looking in the mirror, we're putting on lipstick, we making up things. In other words, we're making up things and we have our attention outside of ourselves. Now we within. This is the place where Allah is at. The heart, sensibility, joined with softness of manner. That's behavior, mannerism, her etiquette. The spirit has an action and an accomplished mind. You can tell within the spirit if they even have accomplished mind. All this is readable.
That's right, you can.
From the spirit level.
You can.
And if we know what spirit is, this is the knowledge.
Yeah.
What the Sufian says.
That's that wisdom, baby. Spirit is wisdom.
The awareness of the eye. See how not what you seeing. Now that's two different. That's two totally different. We talking about your eye. The one who is seeing. He bobbing and weaving already.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it for? With a form agreeable to thy fancy. Take this spirit home to thy house. Now you bring this spirit within your body.
Yeah.
She is worthy to be thy friend, thy companion in life, and the wife of thy bosom. This is beautiful. Oh, cherish her as a blessing sent to you from heaven. Let the kindness of your behavior endure you to her heart. Spirit within. She is the mistress of thy house. What it say? The spirit shall direct the flesh. Man is not the body nor the soul. She, the spirit, is the mistress of your house. Treat her therefore with respect, that your servants may obey her. So we're talking about not disrespecting the eye within. When we disrespect our eye within, this is what is taking place. She don't like that. She don't play there. 7, oppose not her inclination without cause. She is the partner of thy cares. Make her also the companion of your pleasures. Spirit gotta be with us with everything. 8, reprove her faults with gentleness. With gentleness. Exact not her obedience with rigor. 9, trust her counsels are sincere. You shall not be deceived. And the Sufian say that our flesh shall corrupt and decay, yet our spirits are immortal. So if we've been good to the spirit, which is the eye within, next says, trust your secrets in her breast. Her counsels are sincere. You shall not be deceived. We should never be deceived. So when it say that you yourself shall not have to be told what is wicked or what is not, this is why. If we have been faithful to her bed, for she is the mother of your children. Here's how big it is. The Sufi says, when a man commits infidelity, remember that's a spiritual action. The spirit of faith leaves him. See, we're dealing with actuality, just as the body's physical. Man. The spirit of faith leaves him. Is physical, but we don't know it. We've been made aware that we need something else to save us. And this new technology device gonna do it. New iPhone 24 gonna do it. Let's see where we at. Be faithful to her in bed. That's why we just read that one about the spirit of faith leaves him. But when he leaves such evil ways, the spirit of faith will return. So these are the things why we have to know. The immortal body is your spirit. Let's go. My last 2. When pain and sickness assault her, let your tenderness soothe her affliction. A look from you of pity and love shall alleviate her grief, or instigate her pain, and be of more avail than 10 physicians. 10 plus 1 told. These are the powers right here. 12. Consider the tenderness of her sex, the delicacy of her frame, and be not severe to her weakness. Now my spirit, now, because it ain't a physical body. It ain't strong as a body, but it's within the body. Be not severe to her weakness, but remember your own imperfections.
Ain't you do.
We're dealing with this spirit, mind, and the body. See, this is what we always keep going through. As we was reading, these chapters reflect these things, mind, spirit, body. And so as we continue forward, it's going in that order and teaching us all these life awarenesses. And now we finna have the knowledge on them to never be deceived again.
Yeah.
Because the only thing being deceived is our spirit is getting tricked by the awareness.
That's right.
It may take us a year to find out,
That's right.
2 years to find out.
That's right.
But you already knew from the beginning.
Yeah.
He know it died.
He finna get out.
He finna turn around.
He finna turn around.
See what that knowledge is? He know what he can do. Hey, this is what the whole thing's about. We come here already knowing.
That's right.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
Now we've went from marriage instruction for man and wife and the duty of a husband. Now we finna go into the whole instruction for thy children. Holy instruction for thy children. So that tells us that we need to give it to them early birds. Don't wait and don't let me remind everybody, when you send them to the schoolhouse, they're not getting holy instruction or divine instruction. Let me be crystal clear. So if they're not getting that, then it's just the opposite of truth. How about that? So what should come to your mind when you hear this? That means that, oh man, what am I doing? I'm sending my child to the devil's school. I don't recall any at all when I was there. I ain't never see that word holy. I saw the word whole. H-O-L-E. Digging the hole. But let's see what they're talking about. Holy instruction for that children. 1. Consider thou art a parent. The importance of thy trust and the being thou has produced. It is the duty to support. 2. Upon these also it dependeth whether the child of thy bosom be a blessing or a curse to thyself, and useful or a worthless member to the community. Now you see what your child can become. You heard those saying, man, I hate to see him coming because it ain't number trouble.
You ever heard that?
How about that? This is what attitude and manners and conduct brings about. 3, prepare him early with instruction. and season his mind with the maxims of truth. Oh, look at him. I urge all parents to do that exact. Don't delay, do it today. Because see, if you don't give it to him early bird, then guess what? Something else gonna creep in. The wrong knowledge, the wrong information gonna creep in and get it. And then begin to season his mind. This is what they're doing. This is why they want your children in them schools, early birds, y'all. Mm-hmm. So they can get them early.
8 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Huh? So they can season their mind. They can tell them that Santa Claus is coming to town. See? This is what they're doing. Season their mind. Four, watch the bent of his inclination. Set him right in his youth. And let no evil habit gain strength with his years. See that? Growing up, wrong. Growing up, wrong information. Growing up, wrong knowledge. See? This is what can happen to you. Five, so shall he rise like a cedar on the mountain. His head shall be seen above the trees of the forest. Boy, he's standing tall like Paul Bunyan. Boy, if he's standing tall above the forest. A wicked song is a reproach to his father. But he that doeth right is an honor to his gray hair. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how the hair turned gray instead of blue or yellow or red. But it always turns gray for some reason. But see, people like to hang around the guy with the dye.
Hell yeah.
And get rid of the gray, because he don't want nobody to see any gray. He's ashamed of his grayness. See, this is what's going on. The soul, number 7. The soul is thy own. Let it not want cultivation. The seed which thou sowest, that also shall thou reap. Soil ain't doing nothing with it. Eight, teach him obedience, and he shall bless thee. Teach him modesty, and he shall not be ashamed. Teach him obedience, modesty. Teach him gratitude, and he shall receive benefit. Teach him charity, and he shall gain love. Teach, teach, teach. What are you doing, parents? Watching television? Teach him temperance, and he shall have health. Teach him prudence, and fortune shall attend him. They remove fortune and put luck there. Ain't from Ireland, but he's just a lucky kind of fella. "11. Teach him justice." Justice? "And he shall be honored by the world." See, what justice do alone, people give you so much respect and honor. Teach him sincerity. Oh boy. "And his own heart shall not reproach him." 12. Teach him diligence, and his wealth shall increase. Teach him benevolence, and his mind shall be exalted. Last one. Teach him science, and his life shall be useful. Teach him religion, and his death shall be happy.
Beautiful lessons.
Teach, teach, teach.
I mean, easy and simple for us. I mean,
Teach, teach, teach. Huh? Science, justice, temperance. So many things. In the book, in the Bible, it said, train up a child in the way he should go. But when he is old, he will not depart from it. This teaching here goes into a little bit more deeper, specific instruction.
instructions for your children.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get no simpler and plainer. That's why it's just on you if you don't want to be. The tools is there.
Some parents don't teach their children. They send them to the school. When they get out of school, they take them to Disneyland, a Busch Garden, a Six Flags. And this is how they grow up from 1 all the way up to 18. And then all this that they saying, teach, man, all this is good. He can't do nothing but come up being a wonderful human being, spiritual being. Good teaching. The early bird.
Teaching.
over there.
I'm telling you. That'll be the whole new study. I'm telling you.
The obedience
Man,
children
he ain't
towards
whining and
their
crying
fathers.
and cheering on or nothing.
That's from observing.
Wow. Right. It's just, like you said, these teachings.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is. And you know, when y'all were cheering and y'all used to go around everybody's house and all, nobody come back and tell me nothing about my children were disobedient.
That's
And
good.
then I wouldn't expect them to get that
That's right.
because I had taught y'all.
Right.
And you wasn't going to leave this door until you could do just that.
That's right.
That's where I was, and that's where my children was. That's where it had to be, man. The importance of teaching them children early, man, and teach them right. Don't mess around, man. Because it's gonna be so beneficial to him. This is staff. All right.
The obedience of children
Towards
their father.
mm-hmm. Right on.
First
Happy
father.
Kenny.
One. From the secrets of all let man learn wisdom
Ooh.
and apply himself the instructions they gave.
Look at that.
They give.
Look at that.
Tell them. Okay.
Yeah,
Here we
the
go.
secrets of raw law. Come on with it.
Yeah.
Go to the desert,
Uh-huh.
my son.
Yes.
Observe the young stork of the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Let him speak to thy heart. He breatheth on his wings, his age sire.
Mm.
He lodged him in safety and supplied him with food.
Mm.
Mm.
The piety of a child is sweeter than the incense of Persia
Mm.
offering to the sun.
Mm.
Yeah, more delicious than odors wafted from a field of Arabian spices of the western gale.
Mm.
Be grateful to thy father, for he gave thee life, and to thy mother, for she sustained thee. Hear the words of his mouth, for they are spoken for thy good. Give ear to his admonish, for it proceeded from love. Admonition.
Proceeded. Yep, that admonition.
For proceeded from love. 6. He hath watched for thy welfare. He hath toiled for thy ease. Do honor, therefore, to his age. Let not his gray hairs be treated with reverence. 7. Forget not thy helpless infancy, nor the forwardness of thy youth, and indulge the infirmities of thy aged parents. Assist and support them in the decline of life. So shall their hoary heads go down to the grave in peace. and thy own children, in reverence of thy example, shall repay the piety with filial love.
Ain't that beautiful? How about that? This to the children.
Hear the words of his mouth, for they are spoken for thy good. Give ear to his admonition, for it proceedeth from love.
Stand up.
Paul said, be grateful to thy father, for he gave thee life into thy mother. That sperm, that seed you planted.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Sustain thee. 7 cycles.
Ooh. Yes. 7 cycles. Your father gave you life.
That's what he did.
Yes. Yes.
All right, that was the end of that chapter.
No, it's my turn.
All right, the next one is 25. The Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation.
Oh, yeah.
The Asiatic nation. Now, the majority of the people today that look like us, do the majority of them live in Asia? You said the Asiatic nation.
Asiatic. Right. Right. We know that's to the black family, to the black nation.
Covenant of the Asiatic nation.
After we left America and we went to Asia, known as now Europe, we colonized, civilized, and brought the divine law on both sides.
How about that?
And that's right. Now we on both sides. So let's see how this go. A holy covenant of the Asiatic nation. Yes. You are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother have given you suck. No other way. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite you with your brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in your father's house.
How about that? Peace and happiness.
Yes, peace and happiness. When you separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood.
Look at that right there.
If your brother is in adversity, assist him. If your sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of your father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all in your love and each other.
Ain't that beautiful?
Oh,
ain't that beautiful? Look at that holy covenant to us, so everything's gonna be all right, y'all.
You see your beautiful father over there?
There's somebody watching over us.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm. Man, the energy is burnt.
Stronger and stronger. You love it over here. Yeah, we're gonna go outside. Give about 30 more minutes. We're gonna go outside.
Into another thing.
I know you want to get them tuned.
Yeah, he wants him to get something like that fresh air on the move, or he ready to move. All right, time for me. So there's been a covenant. I guess that's why we still stand. Because we've been, some race and other people have set out to destroy us and kill us and make us all slaves and make us all nobody. We bear witness to that, and we have seen that. No allies. No allies but alone.
Turn around.
And him alone.
Turn around.
Him alone.
What's up?
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Chapter 26. Holy instruction of unity. This is the instruction for unity. You talking about coming together, unite as one. Let's see how we do it. One, the gifts of the understanding are the treasures of Allah. Remember in the early lesson, it would define what He gave us. He said a gift, didn't He? Now, did you know what the gift was and the understanding of the purpose of the gift? It says are the treasures of Allah. You get that gift that was given, and you ain't just no ordinary gift. And He appointed to everyone his portion. In what measure seems good unto him. Ain't that beautiful? Two, had He endowed thee with wisdom, had He enlightened thy mind with the knowledge of truth, communicated it to the ignorant for their instruction, communicated it to the wise for thy own improvement. Right on. 3, true wisdom is less presuming than folly. The wise man doubted often and changes his mind. The fool is obstinate and doubt not. He knows all things but his own ignorance. For the pride of emptiness is an abomination, and to talk much is the foolishness of folly. Nevertheless, it is the part of wisdom to hear with patience their impertinence and to pity their absurdity. And
He working that left all there, right? Or you gonna be every day.
he keep doing it. He keep doing it.
Be equal on both sides.
He gonna get there.
I'm telling you, I was letting
He
him make his way.
Oh, he
You
gonna
better
get
take
there.
it.
He's trying to grab.
You have a
He don't-
sit.
He don't move. Look at that. I mean,
He
just
sit
trying to want to sit up. at? Where am I at? Let's see here. 5. Yet be not puffed up thy own conceit, neither boast of superior understanding. The clearest human knowledge is but blindness and folly. The wise man feels his imperfection and is humble. He labors, lay it back over there. He labors in vain for his own approbation. But the fool peepeth in the shadow stream of his own mind, and is pleased with the pebbles which he sees at the bottom. He bringeth them up and showeth them as pearls, and with the applause of his brethren delighteth himself. 7. He boasted of attainment in things that are of no worth, but where it is a shame to be ignorant, there he has no understanding.
It's a beautiful expression.
8. Even in the path of wisdom, he toileth after folly, and shame and disappointment are the reward of his labor. 9. But the wise man cultivates his mind with knowledge, the improvement of the art of his labor. But the wise man cultivates his mind with knowledge, the improvement of the art of his delight, and their utilities to the public crowneth with honor. Last one, 10. Nevertheless, the attainment of virtue he accounteth as the highest learning, and the science of happiness is the study of his life. Look at that. This is what unity is.
Strive always to excel in virtue and truth.
See that? I try that, practice that every day. I don't go out trying to commit going out to harm somebody this there who I can take advantage of. No.
See, we come to find out that the wisdom is the knowledge. See, even in the number 8, even in the path of wisdom, he toileth after folly.
Yeah,
that's what Solomon was talking about in Ecclesiastes.
Yeah,
that even after wisdom it was vanity for him.
Yeah.
9 says, but the wise man cultivates his mind. The wise man cultivates his mind
Yeah.
with knowledge. Then it says the attainment of virtue. He accounts, not his accountant. He accounts.
Yeah.
That's what he counting as his highest learning.
Yeah.
And the science of happiness, that got to be a joy right there.
The attainment of virtue. Who going all out to attain attainment of virtue? Boy, that's want to do right now. That's want to do right.
The science of happiness is his study of his life. Raw law, I'm telling you're gonna have us laughing, boy. You're gonna be gone on us. Way go. Man, he have enlightened our mind with the knowledge of truth. That was what it said, that truth will set you free, make you free. Have Allah enlighten your mind with the knowledge of truth. The knowledge of truth can be used for the ignorant. And that go to Sufian. Ignorance creates fear, and respect of knowledge and beauty communicated to the wise for their own improvement. True wisdom is less presuming than folly. Is less presuming. Hey, that's right. You wouldn't even presume wisdom. It's just assume ignorance, but would never pursue. Man, I am just so amazed at how many months you are. And you are doing all this. Wow. And see, what that is inside of Ra. Yes, the gifts of understanding are the treasures of all law.
Isn't that beautiful? And to the attainment of virtue, he accounted as the highest learning. Virtue.
We got you.
Yes, indeed. Whoa!
Come on up. You got it.
You got a little off that. He on the move. Hey,
that's how you get that strength.
Oh yeah. Every time he do that there, he gain his strength.
Yeah, we gain his strength. Hold it on. Rises.
You know to hold on. Boy, look at it. Trying to pull you down.
Good job. Good job. Yeah.
Right.
And we talking about unity.
Yeah. That's what we talking about. We talking about
unity.
Now the next one is the holy unity of the rich and the poor. Unity of rich and poor. It seems like it ain't but one. I got mine. The poor ain't getting nothing.
I heard that raw law. I heard all law. You know. You told you sent my message. You sent a lot of message for us. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Right.
We should have a
27.
Oh, well, yeah, what
we
time
got
is
10
it?
minutes. We got
And how many on there?
22.
22?
Oh, yeah.
The holy unity of the rich and the poor. 1. The man to whom Allah has given riches is blessed with a mind to employ them aright. Is peculiarly favored and highly distinguished. He looketh on his wealth with pleasure, because it affordeth him the means to do good. He protecteth the poor that are injured. He suffers not the mighty to oppress the weak. He seeketh out objects of of compassion. He inquireth into their wants. He relieveth them with judgments and without ostentation. He assisteth and rewardeth merit. He encouraged ingenuity and liberally promoteth every useful design. He careth his own great works. His country is enriched, and the labor is employed. He formeth new schemes, and the arts receive improvement. He considers the superfluities of his table as belonging to the poor of his neighborhood, and he defraudeth them not. The benevolence of his mind is not checked by his fortune. He rejoiceth therefore in riches, and his joy is blameless. 9. But woe unto him that heapeth up wealth in abundance, and rejoiceth alone in the possession thereof, that grindeth the face of the poor, and considereth not the sweat of their brows. He driveth on oppression without feeling. The ruin of his brother disturbeth him not. The tears of the orphan he drinketh as milk. The cries of the widow are music to his ears. His heart hardened with the love of wealth, nor grief or distress can make impression upon it. But the curse of iniquity pursueth him. He liveth in continual fear. The anxiety of his mind and the rapacious desires of his own soul take vengeance upon him for the calamities he has brought upon others. Oh, what are the miseries of poverty in comparison with the gnawings of this man's heart? Let the poor man comfort himself. Yes, rejoice, for he hath many reasons. He sitteth down to his morsel in peace. His table is not crowded with flatterers and devourers. He is not embarrassed with the train of independence, of dependence, nor teased with the clamors of solicitations. Debarred from vanities of the rich, he escapeth also their diseases.
The king's disease.
The bread that he eateth is not so sweet to his taste. The water he drinketh is not so pleasant to his thirst. Yeah, far more delicious water than the richest draughts of the luxurious. His labor preserveth his health, and procureth him a repose, to which the downy bed of sloth is a stranger. He limiteth his desires with humility, and the calm of contentment is sweeter to his soul than all the acquirements of wealth and grandeur. Last one. Let not the rich therefore presume on his riches, nor the poor in his poverty yield to despondence. For the providence of Allah dispenseth happiness to them both.
How about that? How about that? How about that?
Ooh, that's a providence right there. Divine providence.
Rich and poor. And they gonna
the
get
soul
it.
That will
All of them gonna get it. That harming us and putting all these high bills and all this, they gonna pay a price. Sticking it to you.
That was good time.
The tears of orphans.
Milk.
That's not evil.
Yeah, that's not evil. Man, he's poor, man.
Tears.
Poor knowledge.
Oh, that's where they are. No people that way. That's right. We know wicked people.
And as one of y'all read on one of the top ones, yeah, here you go. From number one, from the secrets of Allah, let man learn wisdom. That's these instructions right here, and apply to yourself the instruction they give, and all should be well. Is what we're talking about, the Fatiha, right?
Yeah.
Keeping all the connections connected. We got to apply that. That's a whole wisdom given to us. And a whole 144 characters to apply to self. Yep, to apply himself, the Sufa they give. That's what, 157? Oh, yeah, we clocking out. Anything want to say before closing remarks? I know that was good. These some good divine instructions.
Oh, yeah. For husband and wife.
It's on the record.
Children.
Yeah. It's on the record.
Divine instruction for the family. We don't have that elsewhere.
Well, we'll be picking up Sunday on chapter 28. We close our divine council meeting in the name of Allah. Peace and love. Watch.